The mid player of the year, which means the bust of the year for all you new viewers out there. We have Travis Kelsey, who was drafted at I have all these by the way. Drafted as tight end 1, 5th overall. We have Tony Pollard, who was drafted running back 8 overall, but 16th overall, so second round pick. We have Jalen Waddle, who was drafted wide receiver 11, 34th overall. And we have Trevor Lawrence, who was drafted at quarterback 8, 55th overall. These were all tough. These all killed your teams, man. We all had high hopes for Lawrence. That was a lot of people's breakouts, a lot of people's bold predictions. Would he be? He'd finish, quarterback 1, 2, or 3. Then we have Jalen Waddle, who, of course, is an excellent player, but riddled by injuries this year. Tony Pollard, who just found out he wasn't that guy. And Travis Kelsey had his worst season in a very, very, very long time. I got a lot on this one. So if you want me to get started, or you can talk and I can just prepare.
Well, I mean, you've answered a lot of it. So, yeah, you covered a lot. Everybody knows my opinion on this topic, I think. So, yeah, Tony Pollard, yes, Wingate. Tony Pollard. Oh, sorry. Pollard was very bad this year.
Sorry, we're both putting up comments at the same time. Guys, Raphael, I will get to your questions a little bit later in between. I just wanted to put out there that I acknowledge it, okay? But I will get to your questions after this topic, I promise. We all think Travis Kelsey sucked this year, and I have evidence to prove it. We have Pollard evidence. I got a bunch right here, so be prepared. Strap in, folks. Travis Kelsey was the tight end 2 this season, 219.4 points, 14.6 points per game, which was number 1. He was still number 1 in fantasy points per game. He was the number 1 tight end in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the last 7 years. Okay? Every single year he's progressed. Even the season where he was a tight end 2, he didn't progress, but Mark Andrews definitely took him over. He had 300 plus points in 2 of those years. He had 250 in almost all of them. This year he only had 219. His lowest point total since 2015. Since 2015. That was a very long. My son wasn't born yet. Every single year. Now you go, Josh, why was he a bust? He was tight end 2. Like what? He's tight end 2. He's tight. Okay, guys, here's where it's different. We're expecting the 300, the 260, the 312, the 250, the 299. We're expecting those numbers from him, not 219. And ADP will prove that. In 2016, he was drafted in the 4th round, 54th overall. 2017, okay, we learned. Okay, he's awesome. 2nd round, 36th overall. Wow, he's okay. 2018, he's a little bit better. 2nd round. I should have said 3rd round. Sorry, guys. 2nd round, 25th overall. 2019, 1st round. 2020, 20th overall. 2021, 7th overall. Last year, 14th overall. This year, 5th. So his ADP was going like I guess you would go down in the staircase because you're going from high numbers to low numbers. I guess, or was that high? What would you do that, Justin? ADP, does ADP rise or does it?
Your ADP rises.
Okay, so his ADP rose. It's fantasy 101.
Go up the list.
He went up the list, and this year he freaking hit Everest. He hit the highest he's ever going to be drafted at 105. Not just 105 overall. He was getting drafted above players like Austin Eckler sometimes, not everywhere. CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill sometimes. Tyreek Hill a lot of times, actually, because I drafted Tyreek after Kelsey everywhere. It's ridiculous what happened. Weeks 2 through 7, he was amazing, 20.8 points per game. He just freaking crushed it. But weeks 8 through 17, this is where he hurt you. He was tight end 9, 11.9 points per game. Jake Ferguson and Cole Kmet was better than Travis freaking Kelsey. Since week 8, he averaged 5 catches for 51 yards and had 1 touchdown in that time. Let me repeat that and clip this. Travis Kelsey from week 8 to present, averaged 5 catches a game, 51 yards a game, and had 1 total touchdown. All right. Just wanted to get that out there.
Tony Pollard. I knew this, though, because this is my argument last week on our start sit section. So
Tony Pollard, tied with DeAndre Hopkins in Ford with 206 fantasy points. I just had to bring that up. 8 games, not even a running back 2, as in he was outside the 2. He was a running back 3. That in 8 games, that's half the season, guys. Only 4 games did he actually reach 100 total yards. He had a career high in attempts, no excuse. A career high in receptions, no excuse. career low in yards per touch, yards per carry. The guy just isn't built for a bell cow running back, and we try to tell you that. We try to tell you that. Jalen Waddle, wide receiver 29, we already talked about that. Jaden Reed outscored Waddle. He only had 2 games as a wide receiver 1 this season. Only 2 games. Jalen Waddle had 2 games as a wide receiver 1. I don't know what to say about that. Trevor Lawrence only had 2 games as 300-yard passer. He only had 5 multi-touchdown games. He had a career low in passing attempts, 521. These guys all sucked. Considering the fact where their ADP was. So the winner is, come on, we don't have to tell. It's Travis Kelce. Shake it off, buddy. Shake it off, Travis. You really sucked. You blew it. You screwed the pooch. You lost everyone titles. You lost me titles. This is the first year of my life, and I've been playing fantasy. I don't know, since high school, and I'm old. I'm 38 years old. I've been playing since I was like 15 years old, so a long time. And I've never drafted a tight end in the first like 3 rounds ever in my life. This year I went all Hawkinson. I went all Kelce. Whoever I can get. That's what I did. Guess who freaking worked out for me? Everyone but Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it, Kelce.
Yeah, no, this was I should have traded him last year at the end of last year after having a great season. This was my draft strategy going into this year, is not to take a tight end unless you're getting, unfortunately, Kelce, Hawkinson, or Andrews within the first 4 rounds. If not, wait till like round 10 because you can find somebody. Kelce screwed a lot of people, especially in the championship week, putting 4.6 up. He's Dynasty's out of here for me. So